Do it again. Do it again.
Live in the right corner. And we're back. Episode 3 of the Pun Intended Sports Podcast. We are here in the new Pun Intended Sports studio. Shout out to WVOU at Ursinus College. I'm joined by Kenny.
What's up?
Kenny, you're on.
I'm on. Sorry. What's up, guys?
Yeah. And I'm also here with Dionis. Year. Also joined by producer Tom.
What's going on?
Hi, Tom.
If you guys are noticing why we sound so much sexier, it's because we're in the WVOU radio station.
As
and you're
you
welcome.
can see, hello.
You're welcome.
We're in. It's kind of big.
We got these fancy mics that we're probably going to break before the end of the show.
Probably, I'm assuming the studio will be at least 4 or 5 times the size of this when we break out.
Our studio? This is like the closet of our studio.
This is where we're going to put, like, the mailroom guys.
Yeah.
First
We're getting a lot of
We're
mail.
sticking interns in here.
Yeah.
So just mic test
all
all
10 of
day.
them.
All they're going to do is test the mic.
That's it. For 3 months.
Mic test. Mic test. Mic check.
Mic test.
Probably gonna
Mic
break the
check.
mic, honestly, for how long
Mic
they're
check.
mic testing.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
So,
Wait, we talk about sports on this show, right?
I think so. We touch on it once in a while. I think pun intended athletics were called. Is that right?
Again, I have short-term memory loss, so I don't even know what we're doing here.
Well, I really wouldn't know because when I was in college, I just did sports. I really didn't do anything in the classroom.
Oh, I was an athlete student. Athlete first, student second.
I was a backup.
Like, everyone was telling me about this, like, big thing that we're about their GPA. I don't even know what that is.
Huh? Oh, that's a new sandwich that they put out. It's a grizzly.
Oh, it's
grizzly. It's like a grizzly burger.
It's the Great Pancake Attraction.
Yeah.
I would attend.
So,
Hell yeah.
why are we talking about this? What's going on? Ken, tell us what's the temperature right now in college sports?
Pretty much college sports.
It can't be any hotter than it is in here. I'm sweating.
Yeah, we need some circulation in our studio.
sweating.
This sucks. But in college sports today, we know there's been some scandals. You know, a lot of the top recruits have been found by the FBI that intercepted some wiretaps and found to be getting paid to go to college, which as of right now is illegal. It's a highly debated topic. Some people think it should be legal to get paid. They should be paying these athletes for all the money that they generate, but you know it's illegal as of right now. So we could be seeing some hefty punishments.
Yeah, you know, I always thought it's ridiculous because as college athletes, they're doing the same thing they're going to be doing a year or in football 3 years later. And I don't think they should get paid as college athletes, but I don't think they should have to go to college. I think that's ridiculous that you should force someone to go somewhere for a couple of years where they could be getting paid immediately and you force them. It's like, no, you have to go play. But why?
Yeah, it's up to them too. Like if you're not ready, then you go. But if you are ready, it's like there are certain guys who are ready to go. Whether it's basketball, mostly basketball, because football is a little hard. You need to grow up a little bit. But like Ben Simmons last year was ready to go to the NBA. He sat for a year, but when he got there, he didn't want to be in college. He hated the whole process, and he felt like he was being
He likes his current process.
trust process.
Yeah, but he was like the biggest advocate of not like. I mean, he was a voice of players last year, saying like how he hated college, and he's saying it's like he like blatantly was like outspoken, saying college is stupid.
Yeah.
Like it is like. He's like, there's no point for me to be here. All I'm doing is making the college money and not making any money. I don't even think he cared. He didn't care that he was not getting paid. Literally, all he cared is that he just felt like he wasted a year of his life just having to play. He's like, I'm getting in trouble. And like, I'm getting benched because I didn't go to class. And I don't need to go to class because I'm doing this for the rest of my life.
I mean,
he could give two shits about the money, you know?
And I hate this whole thing they say, oh, we're trying to push education. What is one guy going to get out of a year in college?
They didn't even go to
They're
class.
not getting anything. They're not going to class. They have tutors who are doing their homework for them. I mean, at UNC there was a whole big scandal where actually a teaching assistant blew the whistle on an essay for a 200-level English class. It was something you would hand in second grade.
It's something you could use later on. I mean, look at Mayweather. I think he's got a doctorate in reading or something like that, right? Like,
Doctor.
I'm pretty sure he like is literate, right?
Well,
No.
I think 50 Cent challenged him to read one page of a Harry Potter book, and my man couldn't do it.
It's amazing.
I'm still working on it. So.
Just get
It's a
punched-
hard book.
You get punched in the face for a living, though. You know, it'd be hard.
No, he doesn't get punched in the face.
True.
That's what he does.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But no, like, and look, in baseball, what they do is you can go play college baseball for sure, or right out of high school you can get drafted, and I think that's
You
better.
also grow up in like the farm system. You're not going right to the major leagues.
Well, I think in the NFL and the NBA there should be a farm system, or look in the
There is.
NBA.
College.
Exactly, but there should be a place where the guys can get paid. Look, minor league baseball players don't get paid a lot, but they get paid. They get money in their pocket, and if they're good enough, they'll get called up.
That's true.
So how much do you think? Say it happens that we're gonna start paying college athletes. Where's the line? So is it revenue produced for the school? So like, you're gonna pay Kentucky basketball more than you're gonna pay Kentucky football because Kentucky football is really not a thing, but basketball there is everything. It's gonna pay those guys more. You're gonna pay those guys more than the swimming team, the golf team, all the other teams. You got to find the line of where like how much revenue you're generating, and like even some certain guys sit on the bench.
No,
Do they get paid?
That's a great point. I mean, you want to talk about Johnny Manziel and RG3. Look how much revenue they brought in for Baylor and Texas A&M, respectively. You know, they brought in a ton. How many guys had a Manziel jersey when he was in college? Everyone had like that was probably the hottest selling.
I didn't have one.
Do you have any college football jerseys?
Negative.
Okay.
Did New Jersey get stolen?
Sore subject.
So we're putting a wanted out there. If anybody knows where these jerseys are, if you found them or anything like that, we're going to turn them into the WVOU station where we're keeping it calm, cool, and we're keeping it collective. But we'd also like those jerseys back, please.
If you return those jerseys, you'll get. Now, hold on to seats for this. We're talking a free pun intended shirt.
It was like 2 years ago.
Sports
They're not gonna bring it back.
If you give Kenny a jersey, we'll give you a free pun intended shirt.
Everyone, eyeballs in the back.
Oh, we got gear.
Free pun intended shirt.
Is that ours?
Huh?
I thought someone just left that.
What, that piss shirt?
Yeah,
Not piss color, piss shirt.
piss shirt. That's ours.
Yeah.
Well, the
Nice.
the piss heads are all over.
That's nice. We got 157 left, something like that. What? We got 57 sold already.
We're over 60 now.
We're over
60?
60. So we're just looking for 40 more.
40 more shirts.
And that sweepstakes is off.
$200.
200 bones.
I could use $200. I'm trying to eat
Pocket.
today.
Right in the back pocket.
I mean, keep wherever you want, but
Easy money.
Put it in the purse, put it in the back wallet, you know.
yeah, exactly. Fanny
Whatever
pack.
you're doing.
That kid got wiretapped for $100K. He was gonna pay him.
Yeah,
That's like a quarter of what I'm
DeAndre
getting
Ayton.
paid here at Piss, but still, that's a lot.
Yeah.
$100K.
I mean, that's like what we're operating on.
And that was on his recruit, right?
Yeah, I mean, us at Pun Intended Sports right now, we're making like $25K a week. That's like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, every
but like
episode.
still, like,
Yeah.
every episode we make that money. So
Yeah.
that's crazy is that he still played.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he played last night. And
the
granted-
coach did not.
No, he didn't play like that. Yeah, you just can't do that. But
Yeah.
they let him still play last night.
Miles
you
Bridges
know,
played
you know
from
what I love what they
Michigan
said? The guy from Louisville, I can't remember who it is right now.
Rick Pitino.
No, the player. He said they lost their title and they're stripped of their wins, and he's like, you can take all that stuff.
Kevin Ware.
Kevin Ware. He says, but you know that everyone knows damn well who the best team was that year. Everyone knows who's the national champion. Everyone knows that we won those games, regardless whether we had an agent or whatever.
Yeah, but there's a line because you don't know if those players would have gone to that school without the scandal. You know what I mean? Like they were the whole prostitute thing. Like they were attracting them to come to the school. So you don't know if they were doing it cleanly that you would have got those guys to win that national championship. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
There's a silver lining with there, but
Full disclosure here, if we're going to go back to that Louisville season, I'm going to be honest with you, most prominent thing I remember is the parallelogram that his shin bone made on that court.
Oh,
God.
man.
they stopped doing that with the court after that because it was raised.
You have to. You're
So
right.
and then it was like the seats were down here, so it was raised. So he like went up for the ball and like kind of looked and he saw that he thought he had more room, but he didn't, and it just wow.
I could cut a steak with how sharp his bone was.
Oh, my.
Sticking out. Oh my God.
That was the ugliest thing ever.
That's got to be like up there in worst injuries of all
Yeah,
time.
it had,
Sean
it had to be
Livingston's
worse than,
knee
it
injury.
was worse than Hayward's.
Sean Livingston's knee injury was the worst basketball injury of all
Oh, I
time.
still refuse to watch that.
It's the
I
worst. If you
refuse.
haven't seen it, anybody, you should watch it.
Full
His
idiot
knee
of your discretion,
Was it
exploded.
as bad as
I did not get
Was it as bad as anyone ever see the UFC fighter Corey Hill? His leg, he gets leg kicked and
Just snaps.
his leg just snaps and it's literally just rubbery. There's no bone coming out, but his leg looks like it's just like his knee's made of rubber. It's just swinging his leg around. He's trying to move and Joe Rogan's screaming for the ref to stop the fight. And the ref doesn't notice it, and the guy's on. It's horrifying.
Well, is that similar to like Anderson Silva's? I remember that was pretty popular when
He stepped back.
literally wrapped his leg around it because it broke his
checked the kick, and it just and it was a horrible because he tried to put weight on it, and it just went snap.
Yeah, injuries have been killing the NBA this year. Jimmy Butler just went down.
Really done. Oh no, but good news, it was only meniscus, so he's back in 6 weeks.
Is it meniscus tear?
Yeah, but
That's
6
fine.
weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
he's
get taken out.
because he probably isn't getting it repaired, so he's probably back 6 weeks. He's ready for playoffs.
Yeah. When I saw that happen, and he got carried off, he couldn't even put anywhere. I thought he was certainly done.
It's honestly atrocious this year in injuries.
I mean, but that's like, for the most part, it's every year. There's always going to be injuries. That's why the teams that really don't perform up to expectations. I mean, look, the Knicks are going to win 20 games. Now they're going to win 12 because Porzingis is out.
Yeah, that's true. It's to an extent.
Yeah. I mean, staying in UFC, McGregor. That was something new, right? He was all.
I mean, we all thought it, right?
Your fight. He has to fight again because
We all thought about it.
the bottom line is people like Conor's personality, but the reason why Conor's personality got over is because he kicks ass.
Yeah.
That's bottom line. Like people like guys who kick ass.
Yeah, no one would care about him if he didn't win.
Right, exactly.
They would just tell him to shut up.
Yeah, he'd just be some loudmouth that gets his
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's got to be worried. He's got to be somewhat worried too, right? Because that was the other big thing is with Khabib running through that weight class coming up. Khabib Ferguson.
Khabib Ferguson's going to be a fight.
April 7th, right?
We're going to that fight.
The Barclays.
We're going to that
If
fight.
anyone want to donate his tickets, I still need tickets to that fight.
You get him.
Khabib used to wrestle bears when he was a kid.
Have you ever seen that video though?
Wrestle bears.
It's basically
Look
like
at this.
wrestling
We got
a
it up
dog.
here.
It's like a big dog.
Producer T is.
And it's also got a chain on it, so you can rip him
He's
back.
also a child though too, wrestling a bear.
He also lost. Bear's kicking ass right now.
It's a bear.
I know, but
He's
it's
wrestling a
it's
bear.
losing, so you only care about winners here.
That's true.
I could wrestle a bear and lose.
His dad probably like literally
what's
made him
everybody
sleep
else?
outside for
Yeah.
weeks.
No one cares if you win. His dad what?
Can you imagine the punishment he received for losing to a bear?
He probably had to.
For the fact
probably had to wrestle another
for
one.
the fact
A
that he
bigger
like
one.
was wrestling a bear in the first place. Like, can you imagine the punishment for losing to the bear?
To the bear.
Or you just find the bear. You just go
And like
It's
just
chained
go
up,
hey,
too,
come
like,
on,
you
come
have
on,
his
come
teeth
on,
filed
filed down
down.
or something.
Probably had the claws filed down. Like you would have got him. You know, like
Can you imagine? Just
Oh, Khabib tiramisu. This guy was eating tiramisu every day during his training camp.
yeah. I don't know. He finally
Nice.
clicked in his head that maybe if you eat a little less, you can make weight. But it seemed to work for him now.
It's not even like
how many times did kid miss weight?
Twice.
That's a big no-no.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't do it.
that's
Especially
like-
number one contender.
if you sign a
Undefeated.
contract that says I'll be this weight on this day, that's the only thing you have to do.
But it's not like you can like retry a week later. Like these are like
No, you get like an
half a
hour.
year
If
kind of
like,
things.
you miss it, they give you like an
Yeah,
hour.
but no,
to
but like
go
once
time.
you
Yeah.
you miss it, it's not like you can just redo the fight in a week. Like it's that stuff's like people train for months on end.
Yeah.
Like half a year, and then you just miss weight, you blow weight. That's like a whole year out of your career. You can't
Yeah, it's not fair to the other
lay
guy.
off the tiramisu.
Yeah, come on, dude.
I mean,
I mean, I'm a big
have you
tiramisu
tried
guy.
It's
tiramisu
pretty
though?
good.
I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, you know.
It's pretty
I
good.
probably miss weight though.
Yeah. But
How many
dude,
times did you miss
we
weight?
actually were
In college.
0.
Exactly. How many times did you miss weight in college?
high school, college, big goose egg.
Ask me how many times I missed weight in college.
How many times did you-
A good amount. A good amount. Why would you put my hotel room right next to a McDonald's and not expect me to go there, Coach? Thanks. It just set me up for failure.
It took Gatorade caps full of water
I just took the
until
whole.
the whole thing was gone.
Yeah, try to wet the whistle a little bit,
Yeah, you gotta do your thing.
You gotta wet the beak until the beak was just slobber and you were 2 pounds overweight.
Until it was a Big Mac. Until there was a Big Mac in your beep.
It was nuggets, okay? I don't go Big Mac. I go nuggets. 20 piece. Tom?
So, Professor, gonna jump in here. Ken is a pound overweight, and he comes in with the saran wrap the night before the weigh-in and asked me to saran wrap his body so he could lose weight. And he goes,
Didn't work.
He's drinking caps of water, and he drinks the whole water bottle. I'm like, Ken, it's just because you're drinking 20 caps of water. It just means the cap is still weight. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
not
only
weight.
weighs so and so.
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
you
stimulating
drink
my
one or two,
metabolism.
or all of it. Yeah,
Exactly.
So exactly. Weight management was not my best thing. But,
was.
isn't. I have a weight problem.
What you
Thanks,
call a weight problem?
Oh man.
What
But
is it, April 7th?
it is April 7th at the Barclays Center.
We're being there.
Khabib versus Tony Ferguson for the undisputed lightweight title, which means
Are we doing a live PIS from the event?
Piss.
we should
Sorry.
say it before.
Anything.
From the Barclays.
Piss heads.
Piss heads. What up, piss heads?
Are we gonna take a piss up in Brooklyn in the Barclays Center?
We can take a piss.
Maybe.
Only a 3-letter piss. We're not doing a 4-letter piss.
No.
Just 3.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take a dump.
I don't know.
That's
I
just not-
don't
yeah,
know why
that's
you do
the-
that.
that's just gonna
I
take
don't
a
know why you're
dump.
gonna do that.
I mean,
We
you're
were having
right.
fun here. And
How many dumps are you taking in the Barclays Center?
I know between 3 and 4.
Okay, it's more than I have. No. But
I was talking to you guys earlier about it though. It's so fun this year because I started following the NBA again, and it's actually competitive now. Like the reason I kind of tailed off was because you had these juggernaut teams at the top that really ran the table, and you could look at it at the beginning of the season and you knew who was going to be in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals, and you knew who was going to be in the finals. This year, there's some intrigue. There's teams that are really showing their clicking and getting their act together, and it makes it a lot more fun.
You don't have a designated team yet, though, right?
I'm leaning towards a team.
Leaning toward a team?
I'm leaning towards a team.
Oh, yeah? What team would that be?
are you like? Would you say like that you trust that team?
I mean, I like what their process and things of that regard. That's all I can say to right now. I don't want to give too much away.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to like create a lot of speculation here, but
So you're a
Utah
bandwagoner.
Jazz.
So you're a bandwagoner is what you're saying.
I wouldn't say I'm a bandwagoner because if I was a bandwagoner, I'd just jump on the Rockets because they're in first place.
Half a game. I don't know.
So
Have you ever seen the standings, still, for both conferences?
Oh yeah, I was looking at
It's
the other
within,
day.
like, 3 games from, like, important spots. Like,
They have
in the
all
Western-
have the same amount of wins.
in
Like,
the-
they're all like
yeah.
half.
in
like,
the Western Conference, from 3rd seed to out of the playoffs is within 3
Tom, what do
games.
you got?
Tom, what do you got on that?
It's one game for 7 through 10 right now.
7 through 10?
Is
And what
it
about
one
3
game?
3 to 10? Isn't it like 3 or 4 games?
What do you think?
Where? So you got the Timberwolves where at
37.
37 wins,
Yeah.
and then where's the games back? Right there.
10,
Oh, yeah,
Jazz at 31.
That's one good stretch, and the Jazz.
No, but
are
that's
what?
5 games.
Jazz
So
are on a
games back.
12-game
It's
win streak.
the Timberwolves are
Jazz-
10 and a
Jazz
half
proved
games
they
back.
can win
See up
for
there.
a number of games.
And that 10 and a half games back, and then the Jazz at 10 are only 15 games back. So it's 4.5 games back. So that's a good week. And then the
literally
Timberwolves just
one
lost
good
Jimmy
stretch.
Butler for a little bit, so they're probably going to
That's 6 weeks.
they'll
he's
drop
out.
a few games. Yeah, and then the Eastern Conference is no different.
Spurs, you're not getting Kawhi back.
The Sixers right now are 7th seed, and we're how many games back from the Cavs?
We're literally
3.
2.5 games back from the Cavs in third.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah. It's that
So
close.
that's a good week.
It's like you said. There's literally
fun
disparity
again.
throughout
And
the NBA.
You know
Exactly,
the
that's
Warriors are probably going to make the finals, but the race right now is
You don't
the
know,
most
man. It's
fun.
in a 7-game
I
series.
like that 7.
I don't like the Rockets. I mean, I like the Rockets, but I don't think
You don't
anybody
like
in
them to
7
beat
games.
Golden State,
Especially
though.
if Golden State. Right now, the Rockets have home court, but if the Warriors reclaim that, I can't see them beating them.
I mean,
in
I
a
watched
7
that game last night. The Thunder, dude. This is like classic Warriors. It was a 4-point game with 3 minutes left in the third, and went on one run. And by the end of the third quarter, they were up 18,
Yeah, I mean,
just on one run. And it just that crowd goes. I mean, I hate that crowd. I'll be honest
the
with you.
Oracle.
Yes, because I mean, one friend Joe was saying it's literally just all corporate now, and all like these Silicon Valley like corporate
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that are fans. It's like not what the Warriors used to be. It's like, I mean, granted, I don't know what the Warriors fans used to be, but I just see what it is now, and it's not something that I like. Like I like some good old time classic Flyers fans back when the Spectrum was still alive. Like that's when you were getting people who could like come off the street, like literally get off their blue collar jobs, get in that crowd, and that's true fans. It's not a business meeting anymore. Like
Yeah.
it's like it is now. It seems like it's half a business meeting, but I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
That's like one of the reasons why I didn't like building new Yankee Stadium. It changed the atmosphere. Like old Yankee Stadium was a little grungy, but you felt like the history. And other teams said they hated playing there. They said it was actually intimidating to go into old Yankee Stadium. And baseball usually doesn't have that effect as much as other sports. But they said old Yankee Stadium, it was the cathedral, like the house that Ruth built. It had like, you had that guys who would be veterans in the league, when they would play there in the World Series, would get the chills. Like it still had that old feel. And now when you're there, it's mostly guys in suits in the first couple of rows where, you know, it was a lot different. They always say they were haunted by the ghosts of former Yankees. That was a phrase that the Diamondbacks said in the World Series.
Who are you
Who are you gonna
They
call?
said- yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
I feel like they think about the Garden at MSG. You know, it's the same thing. You can feel the history there. It's just strange that nobody really wants to come to New York to play basketball because it's been a.
You mean like play for the team?
Yeah. Nobody wants to go to the Knicks anymore. Like it used to be, like that was the team you wanted to go to. But Melo was the first guy to come and say, like, "Hey, I want to do this," and that didn't turn out. And they need a serious, like, culture change to get people to want to come back.
They need and there's no way out of this. They need a new owner.
The Dolans. Isn't he a decent hockey owner? The Rangers are not bad, right?
Yeah, but look at the basketball team.
Yeah.
Rangers are selling out. No, Rangers are.
They're selling right now? I saw that they traded McDonough.
No, Rick Nash.
They traded somebody else too.
Yeah.
Not McDonough.
They got rid of. I know what you're talking about. But I mean,
They traded Rick Nash?
Rick Nash. I mean, trade deadline for NHL for those who don't know is Monday. So we kind of moves being made around the NHL. But no, Rangers just lose one of their old like heads, strong leaders, captains of that team, and of course he goes to freaking Boston.
Yeah, Tom.
This is where Boston's a win now team, Penguins are a win now team, Caps are a win now team.
How about we want to talk about wins this year? Has there ever been an expansion team like the Vegas Golden Knights?
Broke the record for points on a first year expansion team.
And we still have how many games left?
There's I think around 20.
So they're cooking.
And they don't win. They steamroll teams. They're scoring 6-7 goals a night.
Makes you think maybe Vegas is the spot.
For hockey, maybe.
No, especially their losses at home. They've won. I think if not the best, one of the best records at home in the NHL.
This year they have the best.
They're Tom. What do you got here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally
They're the best. I mean, I think. Did the Jaguars make the playoffs their first year?
We have an article here by
Vegas has the best expansion
538.
team in the history of pro sports, and it's not even close.
Not even close. It's like crazy too, because like when you think about a sport like hockey, it's like it's one of those like
roller
sports
hockey.
where
That's a sport like hockey. You told me to think of one, so I thought of one real quick. Okay. Lacrosse is kind of, but no.
That's like a sport where like you need to mesh together, and that's why you think where someone like you make an expansion team where you're picking these players from all different teams and just slapping on one team and like go ahead, go play a sport, go play your season within a couple months. Like they don't mesh, but like you pick all these like pretty average, like it's a lot of B players. They don't have too many A's, not too many C's, but it seems like this equation's working out for them.
You know what you gotta say with them? They probably have a good GM who can recognize talent and a good coach.
Yes.
It's also probably they were pretty. It's probably a pride thing. Like, oh, that team didn't want me. Like, my original team didn't want me. They shipped me over here. Like, all right, let's show them all. Like, kind of the cast outs.
Yeah, true. I wasn't enough to be saved by my team.
Yeah.
Didn't get
Who's the guy on that team?
It's tough to
I know
say.
Fleury is the goalie, right? Is he still the goalie?
He might actually be Fleury because that was like probably the best pickup because the
'cause
Penguins were sitting with two great goalies.
That kid is a beast, yeah.
Matt Murray and Marc-Andre Fleury, and they were literally rotating them throughout the playoffs. But you can't, like a team like the Penguins, you can't hold two goalies like that.
You need to have a star.
And he knew when he left. But no, I actually think they got a good amount of young kids too.
You need a mix, right? In hockey, you need a mix, so young and old.
Yeah, exactly.
In basketball, you can't really have too many 35-year-old guys, but they still contribute.
Honestly, no, they contribute. They still got the talent on the ice, but they bring that like that toughness, veteran factor that like other sports isn't as prominent. I would say.
I feel like baseball and hockey it's more prevalent. Like you like the older vets in there to.
Yeah, exactly. Like their presence is made known, and like I think hockey's a thing with the most respect. Like there's just respect is known around the league. So it's like when you get old farts coming in, like people know their name, and you don't run that guy.
Yeah,
you definitely don't run that guy.
Yeah, it's different with basketball. Like you get an older guy who lost a step. Like as respected as Vince Carter is, he doesn't really contribute.
He's getting a little softer on the midsection.
He can't really run the court like he used to.
He's not flying from the free throw line as much.
He can still dunk. You ever seen him? He can still dunk.
He can still dunk,
but not. Yeah, it's not. He's not making the same impact.
From White Castle to Burger King.
Yeah, White Castle.
He's getting large.
The Castle of White.
His game is diet Vince Carter, but there's nothing diet about what he's eating.
No. He actually just threw down the other night. I saw.
In game.
He gave a good half a windmill, which is probably about what his age can do. He might throw a hit.
Did you hear he said he wanted to retire with the Raptors, and they said no.
They
said they wouldn't re-sign him.
Really?
No, just give him 1 day. They do it all the time.
They said they wouldn't re-sign him.
That's a
They wouldn't
shame.
even do that.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
How old is he? 41.
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus.
And it's hard to look at some of these guys. Like you wish Vince Carter could have won a title, something like that. You wish Jason Kidd could have won a title when he played.
Best player to not win a title? Iverson.
There's a lot of guys who haven't won titles.
Charles Barkley.
It was terrible. I never won a title.
Best
I
player,
actually think
Tom.
he's
I want that. I want that list. Best player to never win a title.
Charles Barkley might win a championship though on the golf course. Do you see that
Jeez.
swing?
Is it?
Smooth.
I thought it was terrible.
It is.
Okay,
It's
that's what it is.
awful.
So
That
best
might be the
players.
worst
No, I
hits
want
I've
just
ever
basketball.
seen in a swing.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, Charles Barkley's
Keep going. Keep going. We got Elgin Baylor, Barry Bonds. Never won a title.
No, never won a title. He
I
actually
think he won
made the
most
last title.
steroids.
He's definitely in the running. He's up there with Clemens,
He might win
A-Rod.
that. Dick Buckus.
Keep going. I want basketball more.
Ty
Baseball.
Cobb, yeah, one of the best hitters ever. Eric Dickerson.
ED never won a title.
No, he played in the AFL a little bit too, though, for a while.
Pat Ewing never won a title.
So USFL.
That's
Patty Ewing.
He got some good guys.
Title.
Pat Ewing kind of has himself to blame for that.
That's true.
They could have won a title, and instead of throwing it down with a dunk, he tried
Ken
to lay
Griffey
it up and in.
Jr. never won a title.
Nope.
That is
Ken
crazy.
Griffey Jr. was falling asleep on
Not
the bench.
stolen.
Did he go
His
to
last
say?
couple
No, I
years,
think it's
so
stolen.
nice.
That's sitting nice
You
in the
don't know.
closet.
You don't know, Bo.
You don't know, Bo.
Tony Gwynn.
There he is.
Hey, in the
Why is he
Pistons
wearing a
jersey-
Pistons jersey? Come on, disrespect him like that. Pistons jersey.
Pistons. Might as well throw the Nuggets jersey on.
Well, this is obviously not an updated list because
No, he's not.
LeBron
Our
James
producer's
is
doing
on
great
the-
because
Tom, thanks-
LeBron
thanks for
James
the,
is here.
LeBron James
Thanks for
on
the
this list,
updated
who,
sport. When is
according
this
to Tom's
from?
stats has not won a title. Thanks, Tom.
When is this from?
What is Bill
Tom?
Russell next on that list? What is this
What did you
from?
pull this off your flip phone?
Yeah, Jesus, Tom.
Just fax me over these
Jason
answers
Kidd.
and then
Jason
I'll
Kidd won a
back.
title. This is a very old list, Tom. He won with the Mavericks.
Eric Lindros.
Oh, get out of here. You're done. You're done. We're looking for producers.
Okay,
We
yeah.
pay very well.
We are now open.
Yeah, producer, you need a spot. Send me your resume.
$25K a week.
DM us your resume.
We're talking benefits,
We're talking benefits.
401K.
IRA,
Talking
401,000
dental,
pieces of Trident layer.
Vision.
dental,
Vision?
Quest.
Okay.
Baseball.
How, I was going to say, how do you make baseball better? Because of all these rule changes they're trying to do, all these changes to the game, I think it just shows that it's not fun anymore.
Can we talk about that rule though?
Which
It's-
one?
Wait, what do you mean anymore?
Which, the pitch rule or the
No,
change
the
in
one
the
they're
batter?
just talking about.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
batter.
yeah.
You probably know the best
Yes,
about that. Can you
I
explain?
heard about. So what they
Can you
want to do is this is a proposed rule, and then it'll be exec said to Rich Eisen. He said that in the ninth inning, to make it more fun, whatever you get to decide who comes up in the ninth inning. Your three hitters, which I think sounds cool, but I just would wonder how it would work out. I mean, if you look at the lineup, like if you say Judge and Stanton and Sanchez, but they're not even supposed to hit that inning. Like what? I wonder
What's the
like
point?
what happens to the
You
lineup.
just can pick anybody.
So then what happens when they go into extra innings?
Then they just, I think, I guess you just go back to
You
your
go back to
lineup.
normal rotation.
If
yeah.
I was getting smoked, I'd just say, screw it, and I just bring 3 relief pitchers. I just have them just go
Just
up the
to
bat.
hit?
And just let them
go up the
Just
hit,
see if they
yeah.
can do something
Just, you know what,
crazy.
go ahead. I don't know. I
like,
just literally just throw it in the bag. Just bag it. Go ahead. You just bring me my 3 worst hitters. No
You
better
give it
time
up.
to get better than the present. No, I'm getting better out there. I might bring out the goddamn hot dog guy. Take
What
a
do you
swing.
think about
Jerry, it's your time.
What do you think about the pitch rule too? That the mound visit rule.
I like that. I don't like too many mound visits, and sometimes so many mound visits are so unnecessary. Like, for example, Gary Sanchez can barely speak English, and so can Tanaka. And I don't know what their mound visit is about. Like, when Sanchez goes out there, it's just like, besides them calling signals, when he goes out to the mound, I don't know what they're talking about. Because Tanaka barely speaks English, and he's speaking Korean.
What's he speak French?
Probably dinner plans later on.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Yeah, probably.
after they win.
Oh, he probably speaks Canadian.
You don't speak Canadian. Sorry, to all the
How does one
Canadians
speak
out there.
Canadian, eh?
Tanaka, what is that?
It's a very German name.
It's probably
Polish?
Middle Eastern.
Polish?
Is it
I thought-
Middle Eastern?
Tanaka. Masahiro is his first name?
Masahiro.
That's
Masahiro
Egyptian.
Tanaka.
That's definitely Egyptian.
I think it's kind of more like a Sicilian, Mongolian hybrid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a a bald guy with no hair. I mean, a bald guy with a lot of hair.
Yeah, heavy set thin guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
that.
he's looking.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, getting back on topic. Here
Yeah.
we are.
Oh, so we have we're filming a punishment later today. Dionys. Just kidding, it's me again.
So here we are again. So everyone, whatever
again.
Ken says about sports, please take it with a grain of salt because he lost
No,
again this week.
we're back. We're back to back L's. They're starting the year off strong.
The only
loser. Good thing there's no
the
money
only
involved
loser
here.
in pun intended sports history. Kenny
So
Hayes.
far.
Still looking for his first win.
He lost the All-Star Challenge,
Minor punishment, yes. The All-Star Challenge.
which was a pathetic punishment. I'm sorry, it was bad.
Hey, Punisher does not have Punishee does not yet come up with punishment.
We could
There's
have
no
done
saying
better.
what happens.
We could have done better. But They'll get better. We got plenty planned for you. We got plenty planned for you. And then I'm sure there's plenty planned for me right now.
Oh, we have.
There's like 1 or 2 or 20 things planned for you.
Okay, well, I'm not going to lose that much. So.
I've done more research on this than my capstone for school.
Good.
I've done way more research on punishing you.
Don't listen, Mom and Dad. All right,
Yeah,
so
no, that's fine.
They don't listen anyway.
we're going to wrap it up really quick. Remember,
Yeah.
follow on Instagram, like us on Facebook. The contest, shirts are running out, folks. That's 200 beans in the back pocket. Who wants in? No, Ken, you can't. We talked about this.
Yeah, they could really use the money, but this is not something that we are allowed to enter.
Wink, wink. Everyone, that was episode 3 of the Pun Intended Sports Contest. Wow, contest, nice.
Podcast.
Ken,
Yo.
Dionis,
You're
Tom, thank you. Catch you next time.